Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sped here, hope you're all good. Today I'm going to show you how to play 5 badass blues licks. These are some of my go-to licks that I've got down, and when you need to, you can call upon them and just whip them out, blow people's faces off. They might not even be that flashy, they can just be little tasteful movements that you can go to in the middle of a solo when you're trying to fill some space. You might be thinking, what is a badass blues lick? For me, it's just something that you can rip by yourself and it sounds awesome. Someone will probably just walk past your bedroom door, hear you absolutely ripping, come in and go, was that you? And you go, yeah, why? And they go, well, it sounded absolutely amazing. And you go, yeah, I know, I'm a legend. And they go, all right, calm down, don't get cocky. Where did you learn that? And you say, I went onto Sped's YouTube channel and he showed me how to play 5 badass blues licks. And the guy goes, yeah, makes sense. That's it. That's what a badass blues lick is. That's exactly how that scenario is going to go down as soon as you learn these 5 licks. So without me carrying on talking out my arse like David Brent, I'm going to whip out my Strat, plug into my Sheriff, and show you how to play 5 of my favourite badass blues licks. So these are all in A, and they do that whole mix of major minor, which is really cool. I won't go into the theory too much because that's not my forte, but I think of it as A blues scale with some of the Dorian notes and some of the notes from the natural minor scale as well. So we're going to slide up to the 11 on the G with the second finger, to the 10 on the B with the index, then we're going to play the 13 on the B with the third finger, then we're going to go 10 and 12 on the E with first and third, just going up an A pentatonic minor. Take the blues note, which is the 11th fret of the high E, and bend that up half step. Whilst it's bent, and keep it bent, stretch that fourth finger to the 14th fret of the high E. Now it's really important you keep it bent, because if you don't, it's not the note we want. So once we've bent up and played that 14, we're going to release that bend and play the 11 and 10. It's okay if you get a little bit of the swoop. That adds to the effect. Then we're going to bend that 13th fret of the B up, whole step. You can be a bit wild with the vibrato there. Then we have this nice little fast lick. After that bend, I go to the 10 on the high E, 13 on the B and 10. And then I go 12 on the G, 13 on the B, second and third fingers, but I go down, down with the picking. So I can get a nice little roll across, and then I do a quick upstroke on the 10, back on the A. The picking is the really important thing there. Altogether you should have this. So for this one, we're going to slide into the 10 on the B, then we hit the 13, 10, 12 on the high E, exactly the same as the previous one. Then we go to the 11 on the B, hammer on pull off to the 12, and then pull off again to the 10. Then we pick the 11, and then pick the 10, hammer on pull off back to the 11. So the picking at the start, I go down, then I go down, up. Okay, after that, pull off to the 10, hit the 13 on the B, down, and then up on the 10 on the high E again. Something that you can really bust out. If you remember the way we ended the previous one, you can do the same thing there. I love this next lick. I've kind of taken it from Angus Young, you know, like the stuff at the end of Highway. Starts with a half step bend on the 14th fret of the high E, third finger. We let that down and we have a quick pull off. Then I pick the 14 again and the 12. We bend up, down, pull off, and then pick the 14, 12. Then we go to the 13th fret of the B with the second finger. We've got a half step bend there. And then we come down to the 14th fret of the G and the 12th fret, third and first fingers. Quickly up to the 15th fret of the B, third finger, whole step bend. Have the fourth finger on the high E on the 15. Whilst that's bent, we're going to hit that note. So after the whole step bend and the 15 on the E, you're going to bend again. We let that down and we pull off to the 13 on the B. Down and pull off. Then we hit the 15 on the B, back to the 13, and this time we're going to hammer on to the 14, that whole major minor thing I was talking about. And we finish with the index finger on the 14th fret of the G. So just take that slow. They actually run quite nicely one after the other, so my advice here, after the third lick, kind of a midway point, is to do 1, 2, 3 and then move on to the fourth. So this one starts with a slide into the 11th fret of the D. That's the major third of A. Then we go up to the A on the 10th fret of the B with the index finger. Then we go to the 11 on the G and then back to the A again. Now we're going to bend the 13 on the B up a whole step. Then we hit 10, 12 on the high E. Now you might be tempted to go first, third finger here. Don't. Use first, then fourth, because we've got a pre-bend on the B, 12. So we need that third finger ready. So go first, fourth finger, and then pre-bend the 12 a whole step, and let it down. Once that pre-bend's come down from the 12, we're going to hit the 10 on the B, then the 11 on the G. Jump straight back up to the 12 on the high E with the fourth finger again. Then we've got a staccato bend on the 12th fret of the B and finish on the A, 10th fret. It's a really cool lick. That time I did a pull off from the 12 to the 10. I don't know if you saw that in the middle, so feel free to mess around with it. And that time I picked it, you see? You get different kind of vibe. So, we've saved the monster until last. It's actually way easier to play this higher up the fretboard, but because all the others are in A, I've kept it in A. So once you've got it down, feel free to move it around. So I'm going to break this lick up into sections. This is the first one. I'm going to start with a bend on the 8th fret of the B. That's going to be a whole step. Then we're going to go to the 5 on the E and back to that 8 on the B. Just picked, no bend. Then we have a hammer-on pull-off from 5 on the E to 9. So that's the major third. That's what we were talking about before, about mixing major and minor. It's what gives this lick its unique sound. After that, we're going to pick down on the 8th fret of the B, and then down on the 7th fret of the E, and then up on the 5th fret of the E. Then we pick down on the 8th fret of the B and up on the 5th fret of the B. It's quite like Bonamassa and Eric Johnson, how they play. So I just practiced that little bit at first, make sure you don't forget it. This is the next little section we're going to do. Next section starts with 8th fret of the B, whole step bend again. Then we hit the high E, 5, and then the B, 5. Once you've hit that 5, you're going to hammer on pull off to the 8 on the B with the 4th finger. Then we're going to go to the 7 on the G with the 3rd finger and back to the 5 on the B. That's a pretty standard blues lick. But in the middle of something new, it might feel a bit weird. Now you're going to go to the 8th fret of the G, the blues note, and you're going to pick once and pull off to the 7, and then pull the 7 off to the 5. From there you're going to go to the 7 on the D, and then you're going to flatten the finger and go to the 7 on the G, and you should pick down, down. Go to the 5 on the G with the index, and then 7, 5 on the D with 3rd and 1st fingers. That down, down we did on the 2 7s allows us to be quick and fluent and then go back to a comfortable alternate picking pattern. So that second section. To finish it off, we're going to bend the 6th fret of the G with the 2nd finger, up a half step, then release, then hit the 7 on the D with the 3rd finger, then the 5 with the index. So I go down and then down up. Sneak in an accidental pinched harmonic if you like as well, if you're feeling saucy. You've got one of those flat finger rolls from the 7 on the A to the 7 on the D. Down, down like we did before. Then we pick 5 on the D, 7, 5 on the A, and then we finish with a 7 on the D with the 3rd finger. So from this half step bend, here's the monster in full but slow. Here it is a little bit faster. Now it's one of those licks that doesn't really feel like it adds up, but it's sick, so it doesn't matter. So you can just blast through that and then you can go into something else. You can just use it as a space filler if you're looking to do something a little bit flashy. You might just take the first bit of it. You might take the middle bit of it. You might just start using this little bend. You can dissect them, you can put one straight into the other, you can do what you want. They're just 5 of my go-to licks or runs that I use here and there when I'm playing. And you guys asked for them, so I hope you enjoyed it. See, I told you I'd blast into them. There's the other one. Thanks for watching this video today. If you enjoyed learning those licks with me, let me know in the comments below and I'll do some more. Thumb up the video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button would really help me out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy and I will see you soon. Oh, fucking arm piss.